I couldn't agree with you more. This narrative, for those who have it, is more about brand familiarity or lack thereof
Exactly.
rather than it is about the quality of basketball. Look at the Elite Eight games. 3 of the 4 games were decided by 7 points or less. 2 games, Florida Atlantic, Kansas State, San Diego State, Creighton, were decided on the last possession. And the one that was 7 points, Miami and Texas, was arguably the best game of the tournament and the wildest final 8 minutes of a game in the tournament because it looked as though Texas had a trip booked to the Final Four. And Miami comes all the way back. I've never seen a team play a game more to their style and be down 13 points than Miami was playing against Texas, and eventually it led to the dam breaking and the Hurricanes winning. So this Final Four should be celebrated. Should this be every single year of these particular 4 teams? No. Even Jim Larinaga said in his Zoom press conference on Monday that he doesn't think it'd be great if it was this type of Final Four every year because part of being a fan of college basketball is being able to identify with certain brands. But if you're going to call it March Madness, and if you're the guy out there who's like, well, early upsets I love, but then they end up ruining the tournament later on, no. These teams belong here. Not only did they pull off upsets, they actually kept it going as the tournament went on, particularly speaking of Florida Atlantic, of San Diego State, and of Miami. These teams belong here. This Final Four is good for college basketball. We will see the heavyweights get back. We're a year removed. The fact that we could be a year removed from Duke, Carolina, Kansas, and Villanova, the fact that over the last 4 years, 16 different teams have occupied the Final Four slots. We haven't had a repeat in the last 4 years, is a direct reflection of why this sport should be celebrated for doing what college football never does.
The parity, it's the balance, it's that the fact that anybody can win. That's very well said, Finn, and there's a lot that I agree with there. Today's episode is presented by Underdog Fantasy, the easiest place to play college basketball's pick'em, where you get real cash prizes simply by picking player stats in this weekend's games. In pick'em, all you do is pick whether a player will go higher or lower in Underdog's projected totals. That's points, rebounds, whatever. If you're like me and you think Marquise Noel is going to go absolutely nuts this weekend, pick higher on his points projection, throw in a couple of other picks, and if you hit them all, you can win 20 times your money on a single game. Underdog's slick mobile app is easy enough that dummies like Jeff Goodman have even figured it out. So go to UnderdogFantasy.com or download the app and use the code FIELD, FIELD, to get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Get in on the madness now.